Hey guys, good morning. It's Jeff Green here with Dynamic Photography, and I am ready to hit the trail. I'm headed out on a backpacking mission. It's going to be an overnighter. I'm going to be heading up the trail here pretty soon, and not sure exactly what lake I'm going to, but there's a handful of lakes up there, and when I get up there, I'm going to move around until I find one that I feel I want to stay at for the night. It's currently drizzling, a little bit of rain, but it's gonna stop pretty soon. It's gonna be dry for the rest of the day. Going over my map and tidying up my gear, and then I'm gonna head on up the trail. Pack's all ready to go. Taking a few minutes to go over my map. I'm not really sure exactly what lake I'm gonna end up at, but I will be operating in the Mount Jefferson Wilderness Area. Northwest Forest Pass. This is required to park at the trailhead. I got my permit to get in there. This is the Cascade Wilderness Permit. All right, we're out of here. Truck is locked. All right. Excited to get up there. Stealth looking good. Well, all right, I've been hanging out at this lake for about 10 minutes now. It's super nice. It's not raining. It's very comfortable right now. I'm scouting for fish activity, but I took a look at the map and I decided that I'm going to go ahead and press on. I'm going to another lake, like I mentioned earlier, and it's not terribly far. So I think what I'm going to do is continue sipping on some water, finish my snack, and then I'm probably not going to record much on this last leg to the next lake. I'm just going to open up my stride and get down there really quick. It's probably about 20 to 25 minutes away. Oh, by the way, yes, I'm aware that this thing is open. The zipper is completely busted. In fact, the little zipping mechanism is gone. It's not even on there. I have tried to repair this thing in the past and it didn't work. I keep nothing in there and it sucks that it's broken. I do love this pack a lot and I want to continue using it. I do have about 3 or 4 Osprey backpacks, but this is my favorite, so I keep using it even with a broken zipper and pocket. No big deal. Yeah, no question about it. This is a great spot. I'm really considering staying right here. This landscape is just, do I dare say perfect? Borderline perfect. So glad I came here. This place is absolutely stunning. The water looks very inviting, and there are several places to set up. I've already seen quite a few really nice spots. I think I'm the only one up here, at least so far. What a great spot. Awesome. We're gonna set up here. This is an awesome spot. I'm pretty excited. So water's right down there, and good flat spot. Just pick anything right in here. Over there's a campfire ring, but we're not going to be using it. Campfires are prohibited. So I'm going to get to work. I'm going to set up my site. I'm going to filter some water. I'm going to set up my little backpacking solar panels just to collect whatever I can collect for energy. I'll store it in my battery block. That took just under 3 hours to hike in, and it was 5.25 miles. So it didn't feel too bad. It wasn't straight uphill at any point. The trail was in good shape, and yeah, I think it went really well. All right, we're going to do the solar panels, and you know, this is a nice luxury to have. You don't need to bring these, especially if you just stay off your phone. But I don't know, I like to mess around with my phone a little bit, so we are going to set these up, and pretty simple and straightforward. Solar panels are going to catch the sunlight. We're going to run a cord from the panels into the battery block, and we're going to pump this up for the rest of the day. And then basically at night, when cell phone, GPS, and maybe the GoPro all need some extra power, then I can plug in. I can do a bunch of charging overnight. I'm going to filter some water. Still have a little bit from the hike in, but I'm pretty thirsty. I'm going to go ahead and fill 3 liters in this bladder that goes in my backpack. So here's the filter. I'm going to make my connections real quick. There's the outlet for the filter, the inlet for the bladder. Of course, this is the inlet for the actual water. Get that in there and get some pressure, and we're pumping water. All right. Okay, that's getting close to 3 liters. That's good enough for what I need to do. That took about 4 minutes. I went really slow, and I was watching for rises the whole time. I saw one, but it was way out there. So yeah, I want to get my fly rod and get started. What a mess I've got going on already. So yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I think I'm gonna skip the whole what's in my bag, go over all my gear piece by piece. I've done that before. A lot of guys have done that. So I've got a video that I detailed my gear before, and I did it in great detail, piece by piece, every single item for doing this overnighters, and then also including photography and fly fishing. So what I can do is I can put that video as a recommended video card at the end of this video. And it's called Backpacking to My Favorite Lake, or really similar to that. So in that video, you will find gear piece by piece. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and set up. At one point, I looked out at the water and saw a fish, and then I saw another fish, little tiny splashes on the surface. So the next thing I want to do is get my fly fishing equipment all set up so I can pop down there at a moment's notice and see if I can catch probably a brook trout. I think they're brook trout up here. So I'll just be ready. I got all day. I got here pretty early in the day. So this is a Orvis, and it's a 9-foot. It's a 5-weight. It's an Orvis reel. Here's my fly fishing goodie bag. Same stuff as usual. Bunch of flies, mostly dry flies. Some leader, tippet, snips, the little forceps, some floating. I think that's about it. All right, I'm setting up my tent now. Not doing a time lapse on this one. I know I'm breaking the rules, right? But this tent is so awesome. It's so easy to set up. I just started and I'm almost done. Just gonna connect these and then stand it up. All the corners are taken care of. I got this link Got the poles laid out and ready to go. We're just going to stand it up. Start by doing each corner. 3 corners. That corner came undone. I'm gonna have to fix it. 4 corners. I think one time, a long time ago, I recorded myself in my living room setting this thing up in 2.5 minutes, which is pretty good. The shelter is done. I went ahead and put the rain fly on. Although there's no more rain in the forecast, you never know. I'm going to be using my sleeping bag liner tonight, and it's going to provide some nice warmth tonight. It's going to get pretty cold. I think it's going to get into the high 30s or low 40s. I just spent about 15 minutes untangling this 100-foot line. So what I want to do is I'm going to walk back into the forest a little ways, and I'm going to go ahead and do the line for my bear bag that I'm going to use tonight to secure my food. I'm not going to secure anything right now, but I'm going to get this all ready so it's ready to go right when it gets dark, because I'm tired of doing this in the dark. I've done it in the dark too many times. Oh, cool. Look at that. So it might not look like it, but at the top, there's a nice horizontal branch. I'm going to go over it. And when I raise my bag, it's going to go up into the branches. That's it. All right, so I've been setting up for a while, and I'm really looking forward to popping down to the water and doing some fly fishing. I got my isobutane camp stove all set up. Got my mountain house for dinner right there, and I'm not going to say what the flavor is. I wanted to see if anybody can guess, based on watching prior videos, what the flavor might be. All right, so that's my challenge. And if anybody wins in the comments, they're going to get awarded 10 points. Finally got my camp chair set up, and it feels really good, especially after all those miles. I'm using my Garmin InReach satellite communicator to send and receive messages just now. So it's important to let somebody know where you're at for the night. So I just finished sending a text message to my wife, letting her know what lake I'm at. She knew the trailhead I was using, but she didn't know the lake. And once again, this sends messages over satellites instead of using the cellular networks. All right, I got R2 out. He's in position, and he's going to patrol the area while I head down to the water. He keeps an eye on camp, and he's awesome at it. Right, R2? Good droid. All right. Whoa. All right. I've been going for a while. I've missed 2 strikes, one earlier and then one recently. It's drizzled off and on, so getting a little wet. What I plan on doing right now is going back to camp, checking on all my gear, put stuff inside the tent. I'm going to change GoPro batteries, and I'm also going to get my sweatshirt. All right, it's starting to rain again, and it's getting a little bit darker. Probably got about an hour until dark, so I'm gonna go back to camp and make some dinner and just kind of mess around and relax. All right, time to put these away. They're not doing anything now. Whew. I can charge devices later though with this battery block. I'm gonna go ahead and boil some water, make some food. I got a mountain house. Should be really yummy. I'm pretty hungry. If you guessed right, you get 10 points. If you guessed from my question earlier about what mountain house I would be bringing, and here's the reveal. Beef stroganoff. My favorite mountain house meal. Water's boiling, rain's picking up. All right, this food's gonna rehydrate for about 10 to 15 minutes and then cool off. And it's crazy, but just as fast as that hard rain came on, it went away. Cool. While I'm waiting for my food to get ready, I'm gonna take a few minutes and get out the big camera. And there's nothing too stunning going on, but I'm telling you what, I lugged this thing up. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna pop off a few shots. This is the Nikon D750 paired with the 24 to 70 millimeter lens. Awesome equipment. I'm gonna go back down to the water, and since there's no legit sunset, I'm just gonna do like moody, dramatic lake landscape shot. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing it. Just pop off a few shots and call it good. That's cool. I'm getting a pretty good shot here. Why don't we take a minute here to check it out? Dang, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, even though we're not dealing with a sunset situation, the fog that's rolling across the lake is looking really cool. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. F11, 1 second of shutter speed, ISO 100, and 24 millimeters with the circular polarizer on to reduce glare, and it seems to be working out pretty well. The fog rolling across the lake is a nice little treat. There's absolutely no fish activity whatsoever, and that mountain house is calling me. All right, I'm gonna grab my food, walk down to the water. I'm gonna eat and watch the water and see if there's any fish activity. Okay, it's time to do the bear bag. So I've got all my garbage in here. I've got all of the food that I haven't eaten yet. And I'm gonna go ahead and walk back to that string that I did earlier, and I'm gonna hang this thing. There's the string. It took me a hot minute to find it. Easy money. It feels later than it is because it's getting darker earlier, of course. It's September, so I would say that it would be nice to be here in June or July. But however, having said that, the mosquitoes would be eating me alive. And it's September right now. Want to take a guess how many mosquitoes have bitten me? Yeah, it's 0. I haven't seen a mosquito since I've been here. And that's wonderful. That's definitely a plus of being here in September. I'm going to do my one glow stick. Just do it for fun. Doesn't really serve any real purpose. Been doing it forever. A lot of years. There you go. Got my toiletries here. I'm going to go ahead and brush my teeth. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I'm going to get into the tent now and just lay there. I'm going to bed. Whoa, did you hear that? Did you hear that? I think my voice drowned it out, but I am hearing elk calls in that direction, far away, but it sounds so awesome. Freaking elk. What do they call that? An elk bugle or something like that? I don't know. I'm not smart enough on that. Let me know. I'm going to get in my sack in the tent. So good night. We'll pick it up in the morning. Looking for my bear bag. I want to get my food. Really want to get some coffee started. Ah, there it is. Pretty chilly morning. There was a little bit of ice on my water bladder, like in the tube. So it got to freezing overnight at some point. Pretty cold this morning though. The sun is breaking through the trees right now. That's why I've set up right here so I could get hit by the sun. It feels really good. And I'm going to make some food and make some coffee. Then I'm going to start working on my gear, start tearing down. And now a little coffee. Nice. Cheers. Okay. This is actually pretty darn nice. It's hot. It is a very peaceful morning out here. I will say it was really cold this morning, but it feels pretty good now. The sun is out. It's bouncing off the water. I can see Three Finger Jack, but it's over there directly in the sunlight, so the camera's not going to pick it up very well. We'll check it out in a bit, but the mountain does look pretty good. time to tear this stuff down. I got stuff drying out right here, but I need to get this down. Done making a second cup of coffee. It's right here, super hot, just like the first cup. And I'm done using the little camp stove by Jetboil. Oh, real nice moment right now. Enjoying my camp chair. I barely used it yesterday. Today is so much nicer than yesterday. It's ridiculous. Boy, I know how to pick them. Come up the day it's raining. Leave on the day it's sunny. Oh well. I'm all packed up. Got all my stuff in my pack. I'm ready to walk out. But, man, this might be the most enjoyable moment right now. All right, it's time to get out of here. So I just went through my site, the whole area, looked for any gear I might have left behind, looked for any garbage or wrappers or anything. It's all good, so we're out of here. One more. Okay. Got Rise coffee for the walkout. Let's go. All right, guys, that's it for this mission. I'm out of here. I'm gonna hike the 5 miles plus back to the trailhead now. I'm gonna put the GoPro back in the pack for this walkout. I'm not gonna film anything. So good adventure. Kind of sucked that it rained yesterday, but no big deal. Today's beautiful. It'd be so awesome to stay here today, stay a second night. That'd be the way to do it, but that's how it works. So we're out of here. Kind of a no frills mission. So if you like this video, make sure to drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. All right, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.